What's going on, guys? It's Jamie Woods with another video. And guys, I want to talk about Barcelona. Of course, Messi's going to be paired along with this. But I want to talk about Barcelona as a franchise, as a team, as a club, because they're going to be entering a very crucial time in their existence. Because let's face it, Lionel Messi might be leaving the club. I'm not saying he's totally will. There's still a chance he might stay, but for the most part, I think he's done. I think there's a bad relationship there between the two now. There's some type of bad blood that we may not know. Maybe it's the president. Maybe it's a couple players that are there. Who knows? I've heard many rumors. However, this is going to be a crucial time now for Barcelona because, as you guys know, I am a Manchester United and Real fan. Manchester United had a similar situation to what is going down right now in Barcelona back around 2013. Maybe not as bad, but we went through a situation like that when Sir Alex Ferguson retired from the club. And the following season, we weren't good, and we haven't been good since. Yeah, Oli has kind of turned it around, guys, but that's another story for another day. But you get the point. Milan, all these powerhouses that were dominating at one point, guys, that never got to that level again. And I know a lot of Barcelona fans are thinking about that. They're thinking what happened to Manchester United. They're thinking about what happened to Milan. And they don't want to become like that. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Real fan. However, I do not want to see Barcelona go down the slopes. I don't want to see them go downhill because the thing is, it's just going to be the Real Madrid show in La Liga. It's not exciting. Atletico, even though they're good, I don't think they're that good on Barcelona Real's level. And I grew up with Barcelona, guys. I grew up, even though I'm a Real Manchester United, I grew up watching Lionel Messi and Puyol and Ronaldinho and fucking and Xavi, Iniesta, all these big time people, Pique. Like, I remember when El Clásico was huge. When you had Ronaldo on one side, Messi on the other, all these talented, it was like an all-star game. Every time they met. That's something I'm gonna miss, guys. Truly. And seeing the way Manchester United, seeing how Barcelona has gone downhill in the last year or two is heartbreaking to me as a soccer fan, as a football fan, because I don't want to see another club of that magnitude fall to what Manchester United or Milan are going through right now. It sucks. That's a childhood team of mine that I grew up hating just because I was a Real fan. I'm like, I want Ronaldo to win. Oh, fuck, they won. Damn. But now that I look back, I hate aside. Like, I appreciate them. They made my childhood exciting. Yeah, they caused a lot of agony, a lot of pain to me. But they're always that club that they were fun to watch. You know what I mean? With their little tiki-taka style. They revolutionized fucking soccer, the way football's played now, guys. To me, I think Barcelona was the team of the 2010s. They were the team, guys. They dominated. They won a lot of Champions League. I remember that front three of Neymar, Suarez, and Messi dominating the fucking league. Like, they had the best midfielders. They have great defenders. In fact, a lot of their guys were in that great Spanish team of the 2010 World Cup, or even the 2012 Euros, or the 2008 Euros that they went on that three-peat. And a lot of those players were in Barcelona. Barcelona was a very influential team in the 2010s, guys. And Messi was the guy. He was the guy leading that team. And it's going to be sad seeing Messi leave and how that team's going to react to it. The president's probably going to fucking resign. He's probably going to leave the club. He's probably going to resign as president of the club. Someone else is probably going to come in. And Barcelona has a different style of the way they run the club, unlike a team like Manchester United, who has owners in Barcelona. From what I hear, and I might be wrong, you guys can comment below, they vote on their presidents, and that happens every 6 years. And so whatever Bartomeu, whatever the fuck his name is, he's the current president. He's not done a good job since he came in back in 2014. Of course, the team that he inherited in 2014 was a great team. That was when you had the front three of Suarez and Messi and Neymar, and they had all those great players that were winning championships on the reg. I remember that one time they won the treble twice, which is something that was impressive. And he inherited that team, and little by little, they started getting rid of those players. Little by little, those players started leaving. because of age, or they just sold them prematurely. And the people that they were replacing these players with just weren't up to par. They're paying a bunch of money for all these damn players. Look at Dembele. Dembele, he was someone that could have been promising, but very injury prone. Coutinho never fit the system. They picked up what's his name? Vidal, who's old as fuck. Griezmann, past his prime in my opinion already. Either that or he just doesn't fit the system, and they paid a lot of fucking money for him. De Jong, I think, is good. I think he's one of the better signings. However, it's just his first year. He's still young. I think he's going to become better under Coleman this next year. But you get the point here. A lot of those signings just weren't up to par, guys. And they overspent on a lot of those signings. And they just weren't replacing those players. And that's how your franchise goes downhill. When you don't have no youth, when it's all a bunch of old people. Like, if you look at their roster, guys, if you look at their starting 11, a lot of those players are 30 or above the age of 30. The only couple players that weren't were De Jong, Umtiti probably, and he's getting up there with age too. Semedo. Wow. I think that's it. Because Messi's old. Suarez is old. Pique is old. Ter Stegen is probably like 30 or something like that. Jordi Alba's old. Busquets is old. Vidal's old. Like, they're all old. Like, how are you supposed to win with an old-ass team like that? You need a balance of maturity and experience and youth. That is the type of team you need. That's what Barcelona used to be. They used to promote from within. They had that great youth academy that they just promoted players from, and they became starters overnight and became huge stars. And they don't have that no more. Like, the youth academy isn't producing players like that. Like, yeah, you have your Fatis and all those type. Fati's going to be an amazing star, by the way. But they haven't really had a great youth academy class since. And they've been letting go all these great players due to age or whatever it is. And they're getting a bunch of these old players. Like, they just got that one guy from Juventus who's 30 goddamn years old. Once Messi probably saw that, he's like, you know what, man, these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're spending all their money on dumb 30-year-old players. But yeah, guys, they're spending their money on all these old ass players. They're not bringing any youth into the team. They have no consistency. Real Madrid's just getting better. Why would as Messi? I understand why he left, and they're also trying to sell his best friend Luis Suarez, which I would understand why they're doing it. But to Messi, that's just the last straw. Like, you know what? I'm out, and he's gonna go somewhere else. If I was Barcelona, what I would do as a club, first of all, they need to get, the president needs to leave. They need a new president that knows what the fuck he's doing. All right. Once they do that, I think they've done a good job with the coach. It was either him or Xavi, or even a guy like Poch. But they got Koeman. I think that's a good decision. He knows how Barcelona plays. He was a Barcelona star before. He knows the philosophy of the team. So I think he's the proper person to bring. All right. You bring that person, right? What's going to happen now is, guys, they need to focus on youth. Their team is predominantly old. So if I were them, get rid of Suarez. I know that's going to piss people off. Get rid of Suarez. He's old. He's 32, however much he is. Get rid of him now that he's still playing somewhat good and still has some type of value in the market. You get him for however much money you can. You get rid of if I were them, I would get rid of Vidal and all these old players. Maybe not Pique just yet, but I'll get to that later. But they need to sell those players. Once they get some type of money coming in, if I were them, I'd focus on getting a young striker and a right winger. Either that or, because Griezmann, I'm assuming, is either going to play left wing or striker next year, depending. But I'm going with left wing for now, right? They get a young striker. They get a right winger because Dembele, I mean, they can have Dembele there. However, Dembele isn't. In fact, I would sell Dembele. I would sell him, actually. Either that or they can wait till next season and trade him or something like that, or sell him. Maybe, because the thing is, I think some teams are probably hesitant on buying Dembele just because he's very injury prone. So they want to see what he got first. So I guess Once Dembele gets on his feet again and can play and it plays a couple good games or whatever it is, then he'll be like, all right, we need to sell him now. Now that he picked up his stock again. Sell him. You get a right winger that isn't injury prone, that's dependable. I mean, they're getting Coutinho back from loan, so they got Coutinho back. Maybe they're gonna sell him too. Who knows? So yeah, focus on getting a striker. I think the best striker that they can pick up is Martinez from Inter Milan. Even though I don't think they're gonna sell him, but go for it. You're Barcelona. They need someone to replace Messi. They need a star to come in and draw eyes to that team to sell T-shirts. And I think Lautaro Martinez would be that guy. He's Argentinian. I'm sure he idolizes Barcelona because of what Messi has done in that club. They're both Argentinian. Pick up Martinez. Put him at striker. Have Griezmann or someone else at left wing. Martinez and maybe Dembele or whoever else at fucking at right wing. All right. Now their midfield is a huge part that they need to fix. Vidal, Rakitic, all these guys are old. They need youth. All right. They got the young, right? You can have the young as center midfielder, whatever they want to do. If I were them, they need to bring in. I'm going with a 4-3-3, by the way. That's the formation I'm going by. So you have the young. That's one piece to your midfield. What they need is a center defensive midfielder and a center attacking midfielder. All right, center attacking is more of the priority. They need a good center attacking midfielder. They need a Kevin De Bruyne. They need a Bruno Fernandes. They need someone in that center attacking midfield. So they need to pick up a young, but not too young now. Barcelona, I think they want someone that is ready. So like maybe like 23, 24, around that age range, that is someone European proven, but not so young to the point where they haven't reached their prime yet. So that's who they want. So get a center attacking midfielder, get a center defensive midfielder, all right? You already have the young. He could be your center midfielder, maybe even your center attacking midfielder. Depends on what they want to do. All right? Drop back to your defense, which is something they also need to focus on. I think Semedo's good where he's at. Umtiti, if I were them, either keep him or sell him. The problem with Umtiti is that he's just another injury-prone type of player, all right? That's an issue. They need someone better for that position. So you can either keep him for another year or so, or you can sell him. He has some type of value, so you can sell him. It's up to them. All right, Piqué, he's getting to the last couple years of his career. So either he can retire a Barcelona star or they sell him. But I honestly, just because of what he's meant to the club, he's still playing decently, keep him. But they definitely want to plan for his replacement. So if I were them, definitely get a center back this year. So they can either replace Umtiti or replace Piqué when he leaves the club eventually. So they need a center back. At left back, Jordi Alba is Jordi Alba. He's had his consistency. He's had his great years. However, they need to start getting a left back as well. Because Jordi Alba's getting up there in age. Left back, it's a very physically demanding position, just like right back is. Some of these left back and right backs, they go all the way up and all the way down the field, guys. They're helping with the attack sometimes compared to the center backs who are leaning back. They're staying back. So they need a left back that can run up and down the field, that's young, that's passionate, that can help out the attack, that can defend, that can be a balanced fullback, obviously. There's a lot of them out there in the market, guys. If I were them, one of them that truly interests me that I think Barcelona should look into, and that's just me, is Theo Hernandez from Milan. He's very quick. He can help out the attack over there in Barcelona. I think he's a guy that they can pick up. Theo Hernandez from Milan. Another one I was a fan of was Hakimi, but he went to Inter Milan. Of course, he was in Real Madrid, so I don't know how that would be with some people. But Theo Hernandez, to me, would be one of the best bets to pick up. All right, so at goalie, they got Ter Stegen, so it's fine. He's fine for now. I think they're fine at goalie. But that is what they need to do. It's a big job. It's going to take 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. But they need to get it done. The rebuild needs to happen. I want to see Barcelona on top again. Even though I am a Real fan, I want to see Real and Barca compete again. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a Real Madrid show next year. It's going to be, and then Atletico is going to be there. I think Barcelona ain't going to be as bad as people think they are. I think they're still going to be in the top 4. However, they're not going to be the superpower, especially in the Champions League. They're not going to be that team no more. Like, it's sad to see. But that's what I would do in the rebuild. Some of y'all might agree. Some of y'all might disagree. Put in the comment section what it is that you think they need to do. And I'm trying to get a podcast done with Freddie again. He's a big Barcelona fan, so we're going to see what I can do for that. But I'm trying to get that done because he might have a whole different philosophy and opinion on what Barcelona needs to do, especially since he's a hardcore fan. All right, guys? So, guys, that's the video for today. Peace.